Riddick 4 is finally getting somewhere in 2023. After a long pause in this media franchise, now we have something to wait for. Although Riddick 4 was announced in the back of 2014, the project was stuck in development hell for a long time. But recently, the lead star of this franchise shared some new updates with his fans. Since then, everybody has been asking some basic questions like when will it come and what is going to happen in it. If you have these questions in mind, then bear with us because the Cine Wizard is going to tell you everything about Riddick 4 Furia. So let's get started.
Watch your head.
The Chronicles of Riddick was first created in 2000 by Ken and Jim Wheat. It is a sci-fi horror thriller franchise that revolves around its main character, Richard B. Riddick. This duo of brothers created the whole Riddick universe with the movie Pitch Black. Released in 2000, this film was made with a low budget and get mixed reviews. However, it was a sleeper hit and spawned 2 more sequels. None of these 3 movies was a blockbuster, nor they were a super hit. But despite all this film series got a vast and loyal fan base over the years. As a result, the studio and filmmakers are finally ready to make another film. But before we delve into 4th part, let us give you a short intro about the titular character and his last film. The character of Riddick first appeared on the big screen in the first film of the series. He was introduced as a notorious criminal. He is basically an anti-hero with many impressive skills, like he is a former mercenary, soldier, and pilot. Then he turned into an infamous criminal and murderer. Riddick has surgically altered eyes that allow him to see in the dark but cause him immense pain in light. That's why he wears goggles at all time to protect them. His story on screen begins when he was being transported to an off-world prison. But when the transport crashes on a foreign planet filled with dangerous creatures, Riddick used his cunning and survival skills to make it through until daylight. In the second movie, The Chronicles of Riddick, we learned more about the characters as he fulfilled a prophecy that Lord Marshall would one day be killed by a Furian male. Riddick 2013 was the last film in this franchise. Upon its release, the film met with a mixed response from the critics, but it was a moderate success at the box office. This 3rd part was a direct sequel to its predecessor. It follows the adventures of Riddick as he becomes the new Lord Marshal of the Necromonger fleet. Then he struck a deal with Commander Waku, which was the location of planet Furia, and a ship to take him there. But he was betrayed and left on a dangerous planet with dangerous creatures. Riddick learned to survive there until 2 ships of mercenaries landed there. The film concluded when Riddick left the planet with 1 ship after some killing and negotiations.
Give me your soul, Furian.
No official synopsis of this film has been released yet, but Vin Diesel has hinted that Riddick 4 Furia will delve into the mysterious origins of his character. The Furian fugitive will finally discover his home world of Furia. This place is described in the Chronicles of Riddick as a harsh world, where only the strongest can survive. Recently, Vin Diesel shared a storyboard slide on Instagram that has fans buzzing. The slide shows Riddick in a spacesuit with a shocked expression on his face, with a caption that reads, Scene 10. The boy's eyes shine just like Riddick's. This has led many to speculate that the exploration of Riddick's backstory might involve the introduction to other characters. There might be other characters or even his relatives in his home world. If this is the case, then there are multiple storylines to explore. For example, there could be a new antagonist ruling on Furia, or a dying planet waiting for his savior. We are thrilled to announce that the same creative team behind the first 3 films will be returning for Riddick 4 Furia.
Remember what I said about not caring if I lived or died?
Director David Tohey will be at the helm, with writing duties shared by Jim Wheat and Ken Wheat. This means that the movie will have the same creative vision as the previous films, ensuring that the Riddick franchise continues to thrive. As the movie is still in the early stages of development, no casting announcements have been made public yet. However, the screenplay has been completed, and according to a recent Instagram post from Vin Diesel, pre-production has moved on to the storyboarding phase. Fans of Riddick may have to wait a few few more years for the fourth installment to be released. Vin Diesel is currently occupied with the latest installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, Fast X. Vin has expressed his desire to film Fast X and Fast 11 back-to-back in order to complete Dom's story in the Fast. After that, he will be available to shoot the next Riddick film. With this in mind, it's likely that filming for Riddick 4 Furia may not commence until early to mid-2023, which could put its release in 2024. If you are a fan of Riddick and his adventures, then don't forget to subscribe to the Cine Wizard and hit the bell icon.